Hi, today I'm going to explain a teen drama film called Jessica Darling's It List. The movie opens with an introduction of the protagonist of the movie, a young girl named Jessica Darling. While Jessica is having breakfast, her mother informs her that she'll be joining a junior high school in 2 days and she should look forward to it. After Jessica and her mother return from a shopping spree, we get to meet Jessica's father, Mr. Darling. Although Jessica seems a little less concerned about her looks, her mother seems to make a big deal about it. Now that she'll soon start 7th grade, Mrs. Darling even texts her elder daughter Bethany, who's in college right now, to come help her sister pick clothes. Soon, Bethany arrives and hands her sister a written It list. All Jessica has to do is follow 4 easy steps to achieve wonderful success in her new school. The number 1 tip on the list is to wear something different every day. The next one is to get selected for a cheerleading team. The 3rd tip on the list is to pick your boyfriend wisely. And the last one suggests sticking with the so-called It clique. Beth strongly suggests her sister follow the list, otherwise her life in high school will be very hard. In the next scene, Jessica's best friend, Bridget, comes to visit her. Bridget is the only friend Jessica has going to the same school. When the big day arrives, Jessica learns that fitting in isn't very easy. She remembers the first point on the list, to wear something different every day. As she's not sure what to wear, she texts her sister Beth, who guides her to her clothing style. Jessica wears a plain printed t-shirt, which her mother frowns upon and suggests wearing something else. Meanwhile, Bridget arrives dressed like a supermodel and even takes off her braces. While Mr. Darling takes photographs of the 2 girls, it seems like Jessica feels a little left out because of Bridget's stylish look. In the next scene, Bridget and Jessica get seated on their school bus. This is immediately followed by them being teased by a bunch of schoolboys sitting behind them. After a while, a boy named Burke approaches Bridget and offers her an introduction to the school but leaves Jessica behind. Next, Jessica is in her classroom where she befriends Sarah and Hope, who sit beside her. After the class is over, Jessica goes to her next class taught by Miss Long. Soon, Miss Long goes out of the class to attend a call, and the whole class start using their cell phones. There, Jessica meets Sarah's other friend, Manda, and the 4 of them discuss their plan for lunch. Although Jessica stays confused all the time, she fears to be missed out and involves herself in Sarah's plan. As soon as the bell rings, the 4 of them make a run to reserve their spot in the cafeteria. Jessica asks Sarah to save a spot for Bridget, but Sarah and Manda disagree. Moments later, Bridget makes an entry with the popular guys of the school, which catches the attention of Manda and Sarah, so they allow Bridget to join their group. While choosing an elective subject, Jessica gets separated from the rest of her group and becomes sad. She remembers that the 4th point of Beth's It list was to stick together with a clique. Next, we see Jessica in Mr. Pudel's workshop class. She asks Mr. Pudel to check her name on the list as she thinks she mistakenly joined his workshop class. As Mr. Pudel is checking the list, a boy comes in and calls Mr. Pudel Hagrid. As a punishment, Mr. Pudel assigns him to clean up the sawdust and also names him Alec. Also, Mr. Pudel confirms that Jessica is enrolled in this class and cannot transfer to home ec classes in which Bridget and the rest of her group are enrolled. Later that day, Bridget meets Jessica outside of school and offers her a bag of cookies. As they don't have any classes together, Bridget worries that she won't get to spend much time with Jessica. Back at home, Jessica's parents ask her about her first day at school. They are then joined by Jessica's sister Bethany, who's shocked to see Jessica's dress up. She then takes her train for the cheer team, but Jessica shows no interest whatsoever. The next day, Jessica remembers her sister's advice about fashion and realizes she has nothing to wear that fits her sister's idea of clothing. But all's not lost, as her mother has already bought some dresses for her that would be suitable for junior high. Later on the bus, Bridget informs her that she's trying out for the cheer team, and Jessica replies that she is too. In the next scene, we see Jessica and Bridget at the cheer team auditions. They're joined by Dory, who is an old friend of Jessica from her old school. Soon, Miss Garcia, who is in charge of the cheer squad, arrives at the gym. Jessica tries her best to keep up with the rest while trying some moves, but she often finds herself left out. Meanwhile, Sarah and Manda are kicked out of the team for arriving late. On the other hand, being Bethany's sister puts a lot of pressure on Jessica, and Miss Garcia asks her to perform some moves. However, in course of trying a flip, Jessica falls and passes out. Later at home, Beth informs Jessica that she got selected for the cheer team, which she doesn't believe. Now that Jessica has passed the first 2 items on the It list, Bethany persuades her to go for the 3rd one, choosing her first boyfriend wisely. but Jessica replies that she's not found anyone yet. Back at school, Miss Garcia meets Jessica in the locker room and offers her the role of the school mascot, Mighty the Eagle. But Miss Garcia tells her to keep her identity a secret from everyone, as Mighty's identity hasn't been revealed to anyone in the past 50 years. Next, the list of the official cheer team is announced, and Bridget and Dory make it on the list. Bridget feels sorry for Jessica as she's not selected, but Jessica doesn't reveal that she's the team's mascot. Later, Bridget chooses to sit with Dory and the rest of the cheer squad for lunch instead of Jessica, which saddens her. Next, we see Jessica and Alec at Mr. Padell's class. Mr. Padell informs them about the electric saw lesson that was canceled due to a prep rally for the cheer team. Later, Miss Garcia trains Jessica for the mascot job, and Jessica seems to enjoy herself. The next day, Jessica manages to sneak out of the prep rally to get dressed for the mascot. At first, Jessica loses all her confidence, but somehow manages to get dressed and appear in front of everyone. However, she stumbles after walking a first few steps, and everyone starts laughing. But it doesn't stop her from performing, and Jessica continues to cheer up the crowd. Later, she's joined by the cheer squad, and Jessica joins them. Soon, the whole audience starts cheering for the mascot, which makes the cheer squad insecure, especially Bridget. However, due to continuous performance, Jessica starts to lose breath and she passes out. Later, Jessica and her group are joined by Bridget and Dory, who keep on complaining about the mascot. According to them, the mascot stole the show from the cheer squad and they hate him for that. Bridget continues to hang out with Burke and his group, which makes Jessica feel alone at the bus and at school. Soon, Jessica accidentally injures her finger in the woodshop class and Mr. Padell gives her an ice pack. A day before the game, while Jessica and Bridget are getting off the bus, Burke signals Jessica good luck for tomorrow. Bridget suspects Jessica is hiding something from her, but Jessica just denies her claims. Next, the whole school prepares for the game day as Sarah and Manda appear in their self-made Spirit Squad costumes. We see Jessica and Miss Garcia in the locker room as Jessica gets ready for the game. She feels a bit nervous, so Miss Garcia gives her a pep talk. Soon, Jessica, dressed as the Mighty Eagle, comes out on the field with her cheer squad and starts performing their routine. Suddenly, a bee enters Jessica's costume and she starts panicking. This results in the whole routine being ruined by Jessica as Sarah and Manda sitting in the audience seat burst into laughter. Eventually, Jessica hits a tackling dummy and collapses on the ground. Burke quickly arrives to check up on the mascot, followed by Bridget and the cheer squad. Burke tries to take off the mascot mask, but he's stopped by Miss Garcia. However, Bridget is frustrated enough and takes off the mask to reveal Jessica's face. Bridget feels betrayed by Jessica and pours her disappointment onto her. She even blames her for ruining their routine intentionally. Later, Bridget even confronts Jessica for liking Burke, which Jessica repeatedly denies. Eventually, everyone presents their disappointment at Jessica and leaves the scene one by one. Next, Jessica is visited by her parents at the school infirmary, where she's looked after by the school nurse. Jessica finally reveals to her parents that she wasn't on the cheer squad, but instead the school mascot. However, Jessica decides not to be the mascot anymore. Back at home, Jessica blames her entire situation on the stupid IT list. At school, everyone including Bridget teases Jessica for being the mascot and calls her a chicken. At the woodshop class, Alec tries to console her and says that she has become infamous. However, Jessica still feels sad about Bridget not talking to her anymore. Later, Sarah and Manda approach Jessica for the school dance, but Jessica instantly denies it. She claims that being a weirdo loner who doesn't participate makes her happier than faking to become someone who she's not. Later, however, Jessica agrees to go to the dance with Sarah and Manda. Amidst all the tension and distress, Hope seems to be the only one who truly understands Jessica, but she still is upset at her for keeping the mascot thing a secret, so she walks away from there. Jessica then goes to visit the school nurse and reveals that she's having the toughest time of her life ever since she joined this school. She even reveals that she's thinking of joining a different school. But the school nurse encourages her to participate in the school marathon called the cross-country team and urges her to be at practice tomorrow evening. The next day, Jessica presents herself at the marathon, just like the nurse had suggested. After running a mile, Jessica gets selected for the team. Later, she's met by Burke, who asks her for the school dance, but Jessica immediately rejects him and suggests he should ask Bridget instead. Jessica then starts acting weirdly in front of Burke so that he would leave her alone. Later, she reveals this to Alec, who himself is going alone to the dance. Alec finally reveals his real name is Marcus, and Jessica reveals hers. Next, Jessica finally makes her amends with Hope, and the two of them start spending time together once again. On the day of the school dance, Bethany arrives at home to meet Jessica before the dance. She finally compliments Jessica on her looks. Moments later, Mr. Darling reveals a college letter to Beth, which reads that she had been bunking college for the past 6 months. As a punishment, the parents decide to cut off Beth's allowance so that she can focus on her grades. Jessica also confronts Beth for coming back just to intercept the mail and not caring for her in reality. Beth finally confesses that instead of Jessica trying to be like her, she should try to be more like Jessica. At the school dance, Jessica and Bridget apologize to each other and become friends again. Jessica then leaves the party and goes to the locker room to put on her training shoes. Next, we see her running on the school track to practice for the marathon. After a while, she sits down and takes out the infamous IT list. She crosses off the entire list and just adds one line: follow your own path and not someone else's. After a while, Hope and Marcus join her and the three of them start dancing on the track. In the last scene of the movie, Jessica reviews the photographs of the school dance, where she's seen with all her friends: Hope, Sarah, Manda, and Marcus. Thanks for watching. Check out this video now if you like.